In this video you're going to see if I can improve my driver rating in 3 hectic races at Suzuka. Hey guys, and welcome along to another video. If this is your first time here and you like watching all sorts of GT Sport related stuff, subscribe now and click the bell icon so you get notified of every video I upload and you don't miss a thing. Today's video is the next video in our Beginner to Winner series. This series documents my journey of going from a controller with assist to a wheel without any and trying to achieve my ultimate goal of becoming an A+ ranked driver. Make sure you stay tuned to the very end of the video to see where I eventually finish and whether I make any progress. So, intro over, let's get into it. In today's video we're going to cover 3 races at Suzuka in Group 4, and you guessed it, I'm in the Megane. Since the latest update, 1.23, someone at Polyphony Digital thought it'd be a good idea to give us one more week of this combination. I don't know how many laps I've done of Group 4 around Suzuka, because it was a daily race C recently and I think a few times, but anyway, we got one more and we're just going to get on with it. We qualified in 11th place for this one. I didn't have too much time for qualifying, so I just did a few laps, and to be honest they weren't my best. We were about 1.2 seconds off pole, so I think in this one just a positive result, anything above 11th, ideally a top 10 or maybe even knocking on a top 5 finish would be deemed a success for us in this one. So for the first lap, as always, even in these sprint races, I'm going to be conservative. Just get into my rhythm, especially if this is the first race that I've done of the day, and just let everybody else battle it out and hold each other up. So take these 3, case in point, loads of contact. The Italian is getting real sideways on the way out, and we have caught a load of time up on them. We're going to get a little pressure from behind here, but I'll be able to hold him off. But I think we're just going to wait, and even though it was only 4 laps, that's still an 8-minute race. We're going to let the race come to us. What is quite nice to see actually is 3 cars ahead I actually see something other than a Megane. It's a Lamborghini, which I've used before and is quite a good car, so I'm hoping over time this balance of performance is going to give us other options, as all 3 of them just go straight outside the track limits. I'm hoping, or I would at least think, they all get penalties for that one. The Corvette there carries on at the Casio triangle. Somebody else has spun round, so there we go, in quick succession we've gone up 2 places and find ourselves right behind the Frenchman as we start lap number 2. Now I'm going to follow in this slipstream real close. I'm not going to go for the move, but I'm going to show him that I am. He's going to compromise his line on the way in. Look, he's looking real ragged over the grass there, and we're just getting him to think of us rather than chasing on up ahead to the Lamborghini there. What I'm hoping for is that they battle so much, the same goes for the 3 up ahead of those guys, that I get an opportunity to make a move on them both. So coming through the S's here, ignore the purple sector, everyone's going to get a purple sector for this one. The Brit in the Lambo there runs a little bit wide, so the Frenchman is going to be up the inside. There's a bit of contact. Too wide is not going to work coming to the first of this Degners here. Look, they're really holding us up now. We're almost contacting them here. He runs wide onto the turf. Let's see if they go deep here. Let's get our braking right and see if we can get up the inside. Oh, it's going to work perfectly. The Frenchman actually knocks the Brit in the Lambo off his line as he tries to turn out of the hairpin. At the same time he gets real sideways and gets a rubbish run, so we've managed to overtake them both and we're up to 7th now. So coming into Spoon here, he's gone down the outside, there's no chance of that. The biggest consideration I've got to have here is just to give him enough room. I do my best to give him room. I haven't pushed him out onto the turf, which I could have done, to be honest. It would have been great, but I could have done. and now we are flying down the back straight towards 130R. So have a look here at the speed of this Lambo in comparison to the Megane. It's just going to fly through. He's going to put his brakes on and then he's just going to go straight on. It's the second time now he hasn't got that corner correct, and we are now up back into 7th. So as we come through the final curve here to just tick off the second lap and get to the halfway point in the race, I'm hoping that's going to be the end of the battle there. We've gone up 4 places, so that's good. Even if we finish here, we're going to get some decent driver rating points coming into the first curve here, but I'm hoping as the 3 battle up ahead and have penalties, we'll be able to pick 1, maybe even 2, or hopefully all 3 of them off between now and the end of the race. I'm not too worried about the guy behind here. He's looking a little bit racy, but I think we've got the pace to hold him off, and we've actually managed to take 8/10 out of the group up in front. If you keep your eyes on up in front, the guy in 6th here is going to get it all wrong. He's going to come off the track and he's going to try and block us as we go past. Look at the change there in direction. He actually makes contact with us and then definitely tries to make contact with the guy behind who also follows me through, the Frenchman. Bit of a dick move there, but we're through, so not really too worried about it. So we picked off 1. Let's see if we can get either of the 2 up ahead. So we have fast forwarded to the final lap here. I've taken about a 10th out of the guys up in front, but I want you to just keep an eye on this. There's some dirty moves from this Spaniard. The first is the hit there on the Brit up in front. So he's going to hit him into turn 1 and then go through, and then there's going to be some questionable, borderline dirty in my opinion, moves here. So as we come through the S's, we're just going to follow closely. To be honest, it works for us. Here's the next one. He's going to just cut him off to the point where he goes on the grass. So I don't think that was a move from the jib ram up in front, but luckily it wasn't, because he cut his nose off really aggressively to the point where he himself went onto the grass. So we're right with them here, and to be honest I'm quite happy to sit behind them because they've both got penalties, and I'm hoping if I'm close enough we can jump them both. So we're coming into the hairpin here for the final time, real close. I get an absolutely rubbish run out of this hairpin. As everybody knows, I just can't get out of that hairpin. It's my Achilles heel along with many other things, but that's definitely my most Achilles of heels. But keep your eyes up ahead here. Still plenty going on. They come out of spoon here, but I want you to watch the Spaniard's line coming down here. Just keep your eye on the Spaniard. He's going to go left, cut him off. He's then going to go right, and then he's going to stay left again. Is he going to come back right for the 130R? Yep, he is. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4 moves. They're going to come through 130R here, down into the Casio triangle for the final time. He takes a defensive line, which is fine, and we just got to stay as close to him as possible. But there was some serious dirty and what I would call bitch moves going on there from the Spaniard, I'm afraid. And we come across the line and we just managed to pip him. So we're up to 5th place here from 11th. Not a bad outing at all. Up 6 places there and a clean race for us. Fantastic. What I'm going to do now, guys, for all the videos, I'm going to take screenshots and show you how it affects my driver rating. So as you can see, it's quite clear where I picked up the wheel there as I fell off the cliff, but you can see me gradually starting to climb again, and I have gone up 500 points, or just under, from 32,556 to 33,062 points. So race number 1 done. Let's see how we get on in the second of the sprint races. As I say, 2 of 3. So we have qualified. It's a much harder lobby, this one. A couple of A pluses and an S rank in there. We have qualified in 13th, so I'm not expecting too much from this one. I'm having a look at our door number. We're 11 for this one, so the game isn't thinking much for us either. Let's just see if we can maybe get in the top 10. Let's see how we get on. Before we start, a quick shout out to Jim there, the Spaniard who's qualified in first. Sent me a nice message in the lobby, so hello to you. I hope you're enjoying the videos. And I actually have completely cut out the first lap because absolutely nothing happened. All that happened was someone rage quit, so I went up a position, and as you can see, the TT there, the fellow Brit, that has, I believe, has either had a power upgrade or a weight reduction, one or the other. That combined with the weight increase, I think it is. Don't quote me on that one. And then McGann just gave me no shot. Going down that front straight there, the start-finish straight, but we managed to stay with him in the corners. So the handling is still there of the McGann. I've come right up close to him there. Obviously there's just no way of making a move, but again, nice to see a little bit of variety. So whilst it's not perfect what they're doing with the balance of power or balance of performance, they're doing something right. We're starting to see different cars, and as I say that, I smashed into the tyres, and that was the end of that. So he's right to have his hands on his hips. Plumb last, 14th of 14, and this is why we were doing 3 races, because the second one was just crap. Let's have a look at the damage here to my driver rating profile. Yep, lost 600 points, back down to 32,422 points. Ooh. So, one more. Let's see if we can get a good result, get this one out of our heads and get back on track. So, the third race here is going to look a little bit different, because I swear I pressed the share button, but apparently it didn't work. So we've got the replay view here. I've got all the driver information and that on, but it's just not the same as gameplay. But we're going to run with it anyway. Let's see how we get on. We qualified in 9th as someone, I believe that's a Ferrari there, goes wide. Let's see if we can get up the inside of the Italian there. I'm going to pull out of this one because it just doesn't make sense to make a move there. I shouldn't have even tried at all, to be honest. Shame on me. But not too much damage done to either of us there. As you can see, that Ferrari is in our rear view. And again, it's nice to see a bit of variety. Keep going with the balance of power. What would be lovely as the Ferrari goes off, never to be seen again in the background, is if we can start using the Cayman again. I love that car. But we just can't use it because it's so underpowered. The last time I used it was in a one-make race, and I think the only time I'm going to use it again until they sort out the balance of performance is a one-make race. So coming into the hairpin for the first time here, still can't get it right at all. There's some issues up in front for someone who clearly got on the power too early, but for us, again, I just can't get it right. So any tips from anyone down there? Oh, a Spaniard there has bumped the Italian, so we're going to go up a place to 7th. As I said, if anyone's got any tips how to take that hairpin well, I'm looking at you, TRL Lightning, Kai or Tijni, or anybody else of that calibre, then please do let me know, because I'm having an absolute nightmare, and quite frankly I cringe every time I watch it back, and it's even worse when I have to show it to you guys. So any tips, as I say, would be fantastic. Please let me know in the comment section down below. So fast forwarding slightly to the end of the S's here and through the Dunlop curve, we've managed to catch up to the 2 Spaniards in front and begin to put some serious pressure here. As I have a look up the inside, I wasn't ever going to go for it, but just to make him think about me, of the Spaniard there, he's going to do exactly what I did in the race before, not quite as bad. He didn't end up the other way, but he slams into the wall there. I managed to just avoid him, and we are now up to 6th. Is there anything we can do now about the other Spaniard up in front? I'm a little bit wary, to be honest, because he dealt with that Italian on the first lap, if you recall, in this exact place here. So he could be a bit of a pickle to get past if we get close enough. So let's try and get close enough first. I'm going to fast forward a couple of laps here because, to be honest, I haven't been able to touch him. He's pulled away, and have a look at the top 5 guys all battling for first here. So I'm in 6th. Everybody else in front of me, I think I'm about 3 or 2 seconds behind them. They're all there. You can all see them in one shot. So I'm hoping we can pick off any of the stragglers if there are any issues at all. So the Spaniard, to be fair to him, has caught right up with that pack there, and it looks like he's going to try and make a move down the outside into the hairpin. I'm going to take this in 2nd gear. I found that that's worked. So yeah, it looks like we're catching them. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. Crazy stuff. That's one good thing about these sprint races. It does mean that we get much closer racing. But it also means that we need to do the same race time and time again. Have a look up ahead here. There's a bit of contact. 2 people go wide and 1 goes right the way round. Somebody else is in the gravel there. So we've actually made up 2 places, and we've gone from 6th up to 4th, which is fantastic. We're going to get a bit of pressure here from the German behind in the Ferrari. I'm going to come through 130R and then stay on the right hand side to keep ownership of that apex. He's going to have to do something. He just isn't going to be able to get past. Get a good exit out of here, and we are going to be able to pick up 4th place. I've got a bit of a penalty scrub that you won't see, so I've got to brake a little bit. We're across the line, and he smacks us up the arse for good measure, but we come home in 4th. Fantastic result. So that result there has actually done a world of good to our driver rating. We've gone up 800 points, and we've managed to go up to 33,250, a gain of about 750 points. It's tough sledding, but we are still on the way up. Have a look at that curve there. We're definitely doing the right things, but we've got to get up to 50,000, so we've got 16,750 points to get up to 50,000, which is where the holy grail of A+ resides. So I'm going to keep pushing, and we will get there. So guys, that's the end of the video there. As always, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit the like button and make sure you're subscribed to the channel if you haven't already. Again guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers.